3 Weather Lab. Here's Daniel's True View forecast.
Welcome back, everyone. A very soggy day all across Acadiana. A lot of rainfall still to come, but I think that we'll be able to schedule some of our events in between those showers. We're getting to all of that here in a moment. Speaking of one of those events, we got a live look at Sugar Mill Pond. Bit of a gray, dreary day out there. Still a lot of clouds hanging about. A little bit of drizzle as well. You can see some of the droplets on the cameras there, but they are setting up the fireworks, and I still think we should be clearing out by the time those fireworks are set to go off. May interrupt some of the early parties, but the big event should still be okay. Let's start with a look at the satellite and radar picture. I'll give you an idea of what things are looking like all across the Gulf Coast. Low pressure has been pushing its way westwards throughout the day today. It sparked a lot of wet weather. We've seen some very heavy downpours basically throughout the course of the day, and that is going to continue here probably for another hour or so. We've got some heavy showers up north closer towards the Ville Platte area as all of that wet weather kind of wraps around, but it does look a little bit better out over towards the east, and things are much lighter, and this is where our showers have been originating, so a good sign that it's starting to ease up a little bit out over towards the east. Here locally, this is what the radar looks like. Again, you've got a heavy downpour pushing just between Opelousas and Ville Platte up through St. Landry Parish. This is going to make its way through parts of Evangeline Parish and then eventually onwards towards Acadia. Again, these are moving westwards and then starting to drift south eventually as they kind of wrap around that low. Showers are much lighter down through Lafayette and Youngsville, and again, things are going to be improving as we go through the rest of the night. So fireworks still expected to go off right around 9 o'clock down in Youngsville. I think the weather is going to be okay for it. You got some heavier showers now that have just moved through Marksville. It does seem like the heaviest showers and the thunderstorms have been further towards the north. There was a little bit of lightning through there earlier. Nothing like what we saw last night, but there nonetheless. And then some heavy stuff down out south of Vermilion Bay. Lightening up a little bit by Pecan Island, and then the heavy activity that was causing all those problems in Cameron Parish, that's pushing out into the Gulf of Mexico, easing up as well. You got lighter showers now through New Iberia, stretching up into Lafayette, and again, that's going to include Broussard and Youngsville. We've seen a good bit of rain already today, particularly St. Mary Parish. The last 24 hours, they've got a lot of rain, localized flooding, and some of the roadways are going to start taking on some of the water. They've seen rain totals anywhere from that 4.5 up to about 5-inch rain total range. And then it's kind of a mixed bag. You've seen some areas 1 to 2 inches scattered across Acadiana. Here in Lafayette, especially on the east side, out over towards the airport where they take the official measurements, they barely got 1/10 of an inch at the airport today, right at the sensor. Some places obviously going to see a lot more rainfall than that. And there's still a little bit more to come, and I don't think that we're going to see any kind of widespread flooding. It's more or less nuisance rain now with all of the events going on across Acadiana for the 4th of July holiday. It's kind of a shame that we have a forecast like this. Now, by 10 o'clock, Futurecast is still indicating a few spotty showers. I'm not sure I buy that too much. I think it's going to be much lighter if we see any. I think it will start coming to an end. It will certainly clear up overnight tonight and getting into tomorrow morning. Well, you see 1 or 2 of those showers starting to pop up. The heavier activity will have pushed out towards the west. If you're headed to Lake Charles or even Cameron Parish tomorrow, it may be a different story. Some heavier rainfall early on through there tomorrow. Then we get around to scattered showers. Still going to be dodging thunderstorms through the afternoon tomorrow, especially mid-morning into early afternoon. That low is going to drag up all of that moisture in from the Gulf of Mexico, but it does ease up by the evening. So if you had plans later in the day, those should still be a go. Your late night barbecues, your fireworks, those should all be okay. And then it will continue to look better and better all the way through Wednesday night. But by the time we get into Thursday, Friday, that moisture is back. In fact, we'll see a stalling front push into the area over the weekend. It's going to keep those rain chances elevated through the rest of this week. Just not as blanketing or as sustained as what we saw this morning, but the on again, off again showers going to continue through the rest of this week and then onwards into the weekend as well. In fact, I think a pretty wet weekend coming up. For tonight, lows down to around 73 degrees. We'll go with a 60% chance of rain early. Eventually, that will slide into a more 30% once the sun goes down. Winds down to the south at about 5 miles an hour. Showers will start to ease up again overnight tonight. I think you can get your fireworks in. 88 degrees your high for tomorrow. Scattered showers and thunderstorms should improve in the afternoon. We should be able to get fireworks in again tomorrow night as well. It will be the earlier barbecues that will kind of struggle, and then you'll have some showers up through the weekend as well. We'll get through the 4th of July first.
All right, thanks, Daniel.